Oh, hi, hello. Oh, hello. Just gonna leave that in. Hi, hello there. What a great test right off the bat, Spirit. Thank you. I am the they're good. My plan for this video to start was just going to share, if you've been here for a minute, I have been trying to figure out like an intro to these messages videos that, feels comfortable and authentic to me. And I think I've decided that it doesn't feel comfortable to stick to one thing for me. That's got to be the manifesting generator in me, or maybe it's all my Sag placements. But I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm just gonna go with whatever happens. and then that happened. So yeah. And then they're like, you gonna leave it in? You said you were gonna roll with it, so I guess we are. Anyways, hi friends. Welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jess. I don't know, Spirit called me up to the office to pull some cards for us, so that's what I'm gonna do. I do feel like I have like one or two things I want to share. Without making this like some long ass intro. I have, in the spirit of the no rules or less rules, less constrictions, I like that, less parameters and constrictions on the readings that I'm going to be doing. Previously, I would always set an intention for kind of a more broad message so that it could help. It could be available for more people. I don't know the right wording there, but it just felt like I needed to kind of like keep it more broad. And now I don't feel that way. The reading I did like a week ago or whatever, the last one I posted on here, that was super specific, but it felt really good. And I've done some really interesting client readings this week, and all of it has just come to me now feeling like I'm just gonna share whatever I feel called to do the reading on. I do definitely feel like longer form readings are coming, which will most likely be on YouTube. So if you're seeing this on Instagram and you don't see the end of this video, the rest of it's gonna be on YouTube. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, hi, thank you, welcome. You can definitely book a personal reading with me. The way to do that is through my website, which is sealedinthestars.com. I have a variety of options there for many budgets. And if you have any questions about anything, you can always message me before you book. And I'm just going to leave that part there. We don't need that. If you're local to Charlottesville, I am back at Charlottesville City Market every Saturday now, until Christmas basically. So come on out. Our market is really fun this year. We have some awesome vendors. It's nice and full again. The weather is lovely. So yeah, come on down and hang out. It's Saturdays from 8 to 1. Okay. Half the time on Instagram. I haven't even pulled a card yet. That's okay. That's okay. It's all right. We're gonna keep moving on. All right. I feel like the message tonight. This is a romantic reading. So it's gonna be because these are general and collective readings. Most likely, not every part of the whole reading, not every piece of the message will resonate for every person who sees it. So, take whatever does resonate, leave what doesn't. If most of it fits and a few pieces don't, that doesn't mean that it's not your reading. It's just, again, it's a general and collective reading, so there's lots of stuff in there, could be in there. Yeah, okay. we're gonna get going. All right. I am using the Fifth Spirit Tarot tonight. So this connection, again, this is romantic. It could be, you could be in a relationship already. This could be just somebody you are interested in. Excuse me. If you're new here, burping, it happens. It's weird. They're small, but it just does. Yeah, this is somebody you have romantic feelings towards, or somebody that has romantic feelings towards you. And it's like you may or may not actually be in connection already, or you, yeah, no other options there. All right, Spirit, what the fuck we need to know? Okay. So we got Seven of Swords, the Star, Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck we've got the King of Swords. Okay. This is interesting. So, this feels to me like this is not a new connection. This is, you're either already in a relationship, or there was some kind of situationship and then a separation and then a kind of like potentially hovering around kind of again. Like there was some fuckery. The Seven of Swords, there was some kind of fuckery. So either as tangible, I don't know if that's the right word, like could have been as far as somebody being like cheating or somebody just being deceitful. It could be somebody was manipulative, but there's some kind, Seven of Swords, there was some kind of fuckery here. There was some kind of like something that would not sit well with you. And it looks like that didn't get tolerated for very long. So it's like some kind of fuckery and then no. But now, right away, we have the Star. So the Star is the moment, the Star is the card that comes after the Tower, which is like calamity, everything falls apart. The Tower is like burning, falling sky. The Star is the card that comes after the Tower. It is the moment when things start to get better. It's the moment when hope is reborn. It's the moment of renewal. It's when you can kind of like breathe again, and it's about finding that start and that optimism and that hope again. And also it's kind of like letting your guard down a little bit. You know, you can be less on guard because okay, things are easing up, things are getting better. And then we have Eight of Wands right behind that. So Eight of Wands is progress and things moving forward. So here we have this renewal, and then we also have Ace of Pentacles, which is, aces are also new beginnings. Pentacles in the, Pentacles as a suit, I like to say that it's things that we value. So it is, it is our resources, like our finances, but it's also our family, it's our security, it's the things that have us feeling like stable, our legacy, our structures, those things. So here are new opportunities, new beginnings to build new structures, new foundations. Like Pentacles represents, again, it represents our family. So like our family tree, so you have like the bulb or the seed as the beginning. And a lot of times, even though we don't actually have the tower in this spread, I'm seeing in my third eye, I've mentioned it already, so it's significant, because everything that comes up in a reading is pertinent. So it feels like this Seven of Swords, like there was a tower moment with this. But the tower crumbles because it was built on shaky ground. It's not stable. And so there's no point in adding on top of an unstable structure. The whole thing's just going to come down anyway. So instead it gets knocked down, and now we can build anew. We can start from scratch. We can build better. It feels like there's a question here of like, can you trust this? You know, if there was some manipulation, deceit, fuckery, what have you, it's understandable that there could be like some nervousness in investing into this new beginning, this new structure. But again, you have reason to hope, right? Things are getting better. And you know, none of us is infallible. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we make catastrophic mistakes. And that doesn't mean that we're not worthy of another chance, or that we're not worthy, or that we're not capable of redemption, right? Sometimes you don't get to get that chance with the person you fucked up with. Sometimes you have to get that chance with somebody new. You have to take, you learned the lesson on the last thing, and now you can take it and move forward. But not every person or relationship that makes a mistake has to get cut off at that mistake. I don't personally subscribe to like once a cheater, always a cheater. I think people make choices based off of their own fears and their own experiences, and while that's not okay, cheating is not okay, and with no judgment on I think couples that can make ethical non-monogamy work for them, like I think that's awesome. So this is not a judgment on anything like that. I'm just saying, like, if you have established rules in your relationship where we're monogamous and somebody steps outside of that, that's cheating. But I don't subscribe to like once a cheater, always a cheater, because I think like people grow and change and break out of cycles and learn things about themselves, and they learn to respect themselves, and they learn how to like give and receive love and respect their partners. I just think people are capable of evolution and growth. And I think that if you, person whom this reading seems to be for, it feels like you're really open to taking this person back. You're really open to building this new start with them. It seems like they've really acknowledged, taken accountability, they've apologized, and they are showing you tangible reasons to want to take this, leap of faith with them. And I think, in addition to having the Star, having the King of Swords is showing you this person intends to show up in their best light. The King of Swords is about like clarity and communication and the way that we think, and the king, the king's in the words, hang on, sorry, 1 second. All right, time out, spirit, hang on, you can't, I'm in the middle of something, sorry. Kings are mature and balanced, and this one in particular is focused on communication, clarity, being logical and doing a good job and like being straightforward and like not fucking this up again, quite frankly. Yeah. It's like they have every intention of showing up as their true best self. And because you have that and the ace here and also the star with the 8 of Wands giving it this kind of like push forward, I would say yes. I would say it's absolutely worthwhile to give it another shot. All that matters is whether it works for the two of you. That's what matters, not anybody else's opinions. Yeah. All right, hang on. I think I want to let's use some other cards. What else do we know? Let's do. We'll just do this one. Okay. This is a deck. This is like a twin flame. Sorry, I'm laughing. There's many different terms for these significant romantic relationships. There's, some people say twin flames. There's counterparts. There's soulmates, and there are like differentiations. If you care in those things, you can look that up and check yourself. But one of my besties, she called them twin soul flame mates, and I thought that was fantastic. So this deck is a deck about messages from your twin soul flame mate. I'm just going to start using that now. I just told her I'm going to start using that. So, anyways, let's see what your person wants to say to you. And maybe, hasn't been capable of saying this to you, or maybe you haven't really entertained that conversation yet. Maybe they're just asking for an opportunity to talk to you. Kind of trying to get their foot in the door. But, all right, what do they want to say? It's interesting, they all, I don't have particular rules about how I pull. I just pull as I feel, but usually they come out face ups. These were all down, so that's interesting. Okay. First we have blessed. I am blessed beyond measure to share such a powerful divine love with you. I am so grateful for you, and I give thanks to the divine creator. Embrace your beautiful divinity. You are a precious gift in my life. We have, I miss you. I miss everything about you today. Your eyes, your smile, your voice, your scent, your touch. I am missing everything. I remember how we connected physically over our lifetimes together. My love for you is boundless and unconditional. I miss you being next to me, and I miss, wherever I go, I search for you everywhere. Changing. I am working hard to change, to face up to all that I have been avoiding for so long. I know I need to do more, but I feel so exhausted and tired. Your love is inspiring me to do necessary changing in my life. Expectation. I want to be all that you want me to be. I don't want to disappoint you. I know that you have a lot of expectations for me, and I am trying to stand for all of that. But at times I feel so far away from that, and I am afraid to let you down or disappoint you. And we have best self. I want to be my best self for you. I am working really hard to level up for you and to meet you as your equal, your mirror. I know that we will always grow together, but I want you to be proud of who I am today. Oh, these are sweet. Let's see what else. I'm trying to decide. I feel called in two different directions on two different decks here. We'll go with this one first. This is the Prism Oracle deck. Sorry, don't mind the glare. The moody lighting glare. For this one, I want to see how can you best care for yourself right now, and also what should you release right now. So we'll focus on you for a second, because it's annoyingly actually the best way to bring about a more positive romantic connection is to pour into yourself instead of to pouring into them. And then you start giving yourself what you need instead of waiting to get it from other people. And as you're pouring into yourself, you start to feel better, and because you feel better, you vibrate at a higher frequency, you draw more to you in terms of like aligned relationships, abundance. It's just about kind of the being in a vibration that attracts what you want to you. And again, it's counterintuitive. You'd think like pouring the energy into somebody else would help with that, but it's actually the other way around. So, all right, how can you best care for yourself right now? Whoa, okay, that was too many. Awesome. We got creativity. So, best way for you to pour into yourself right now is to focus on your creativity. Are you somebody who enjoys art? What about music? Do you like to sing? Are you a musician? Do you sculpt things? Are you a digital artist? Are you creative with words? Do you craft things? In what ways can you lean into your creativity right now? And that makes a lot of sense. One, that's going to have you, feeling great and inspired, and creativity kind of gets all of your fire energy going. So in tarot, creativity is associated with the suit of wands, which is the element of fire. So as you're focusing on your own creativity, you're kind of like stoking the fires of your own passions. That was very romantic spirit. And by doing so, again, you're kind of just like, they say you're turning the heat up. You're turning the heat up, and that makes you even hotter. Okay, so, and what about, or what to release right now? To release right now. Space. Space. Are you being a hermit? I'm not judging. All of my friends will tell you it's very challenging to get me out of the house. However, maybe you've put too much space around you. Maybe you've kind of put yourself out a little too far out on an island. And this doesn't have to be like space between you and this person. Although I did just hear the Dave Matthews song, The Space Between, so that might be relevant. There might be something in there. Yeah, this feels like... Okay, hang on. This feels like a little too much isolation. And with no, like, judgment. You're not doing anything wrong. It's not like that. Quite frankly, the universe has, everybody I know, pretty isolated these last, especially like Leo season, Cancer season, and Leo seasons. Like, everybody spent the summer kind of in their own stuff. I would say, maybe like 4 or 5 people that I would say that I talk to pretty regularly. Meaning like a couple times a week or most days, a couple of my best friends. And we've all been kind of like isolated for the summer, and nobody's like upset at anybody or anything like that. It's just everybody's had stuff going on, and I personally felt like it was purposeful for me on Spirit's behalf. It's like, I don't know if there was like codependent aspect in there, or if there is for some of the situation for you, but it just felt like I was meant to navigate the summer kind of on my own and figure some stuff out, and of course it resulted in growth and blah blah blah. However, there can be a point, and so my point in getting to this is like, maybe that's how you felt this summer. Maybe you've kind of felt isolated and alone and with a lot of space around you, and that's been fine. But now it's time to like come back to community. Now it's time to come back to earth and to check back in. So yeah, let's release how much space you've been putting between you and other people, and lean into your creativity. Right, and then I do feel really called to do one more deck. And then this is the Witching Hour Oracle. What else? Like, what other advice does our collective viewer? I don't like either of those. What does our friend who's reading this need to know? What else do they need to hear to take into their day? Still got that new cards needs to be broken in feel. Alright, let's see. Okay. We got Coven, Soul Family. And yes, I did get some glasses so that I can read in here at night. If you have been around for a minute, I'm sure you've seen me struggling to try and read in here. I'm embracing my middle-aged self. I got some freaking glasses. Let's go. Okay. Coven. Also, this is not something they usually point out, but they're really pointing out the number, which is 17. So 17 might be significant for you, or 34. They're also bringing that up. Okay. Keywords: soul family, acceptance, putting yourself out there, the family you choose. A coven this is so right in alignment with what we were just talking about with the space card. A coven is the family you choose, which supports you in ways that extend beyond any one ritual or spell. It's a connection that is richer than friends. It's an alignment of people who share a soul mission expressed in infinite ways. The thread connecting this soul family is so divine and aligned that only the universe could have possibly brought these people into your life. This kind of kindred fellowship is only available to those who have done the beautiful, complex work of finding and embracing the true self. You are living so authentically that you radiate truth through every cell of your being, and that authenticity sends out a signal to the right group of people, a call that only those in soul agreement with yours can hear. Sorry, I should have done that in between decks, but there is a coven available to you, and they will begin making their way to you once you have accepted who you are. You will know them instantly when you allow yourself to be seen and you are not judged for it. Of course, that means that sometimes you will share the parts of yourself that others will reject. While it may be painful at first, rejoice in knowing those people are not for you and you are not for them. You can move forward with the knowledge that they will have no place in the family that you are gathering for yourself. Receiving this card is a sign that new people are entering your life. For relationships, this can mean a new love interest who has the potential to be a soulmate partner, or that you may welcome a bundle of joy soon. For finances or career, you may meet a mentor or someone who can help you advance sooner. Oh, well, I guess this is a love reading, so. New potential, I love that. And just for clarification, I do love when they're like, one more thing, but wait, one more thing. Just because it did say like a new love interest, new relationship. Again, if you made it this whole way through the reading and then that part came up and you're like, oh no, I thought this was for me, but it's not a new person. It is still a new love. It's a new cycle. It's a new start. I put it away already. It's the Ace of Pentacles. So it's still a new relationship, even if it's with a previous person. So they just want me to point that out. Okay, I think that's it. All right. We'll see how these go. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do them every single day or not, but I'm going to do my best to show up a lot more frequently, and I do finally feel like I have the capacity to do that. So that's exciting. Wait, one caveat. That being said, I will be doing a spooky card of the day every day in October for sure. I did it last year. I think I missed one day. And I really, really enjoyed it. There was a couple of days where it was a little stressful, but overall I really enjoyed the process and the experience of doing that, and so I definitely am going to do that again this year. Other announcements for another video. Have a great day, night, afternoon, whenever you get this. And yeah, catch you later. Bye.